Max Inc. Radio for the people. Skyroll Fly there and Shredder. Skyroll Fly is in the studio right now. Dave, Dean, Robert, and Ben, welcome to the Bastard Den, everybody. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having
us. Thanks for having us.
Yes.
Ben, I guess let's start with you, man. Tonight's been kind of a weird night here in the Bastard Den because all three bands, we've had the Vipers, Phil Kegley, who's hanging out with us right now, and you guys are all connected in this studio space. Tell us about, and the label, Hypothetic. Tell us about that, being part of that, Ben.
Oh, it's awesome. Yeah, like you said, we all share the same space, so we all get a glimpse into each other's realms as far as like music goes, and get to hear things that are being created by all the other awesome bands around us. So it's definitely awesome experience. Just show up to practice every night and be able to hear all these other awesome bands and to spend time with them playing shows and here hanging out and just have a great time everywhere.
Robert, what does it mean to you as part of Skyroll Fly as far as being part of Hypothetic Records?
I think it's pretty cool. Our birth as a band really was moving into the space that we're at now, and meeting Tim, who's basically the head of that, Tim Consequence, and he's helped us out in a lot of ways and given us encouragement, got us our first show in Madison, and so it definitely has a family feel. Phil shortly was somebody who was a part of that for us, and it's been about 2 years really since we've been hanging out with these guys, so there's definitely a sense of community, and it feels really good to have a release on a label with our friends.
Skyroll Fly in the Bastard Den. If you got a question for Skyroll Fly, we encourage you to call 414-455-4DEN. That's 414-455-4336. And we got a CD to give away for you if you want a CD. It's an awesome CD, too.
David, question for you. Your bio claims that you guys combine the groove consciousness of 1972. I don't even know how you guys know what that is because you're all way too young.
No way.
The musical curiosity of the mid-'80s and the fierce sounds of the early '90s to create a unique sound that commands attention. Now, to me, that seems like a pretty mighty task. But having listened to your tunes, you guys have obviously nailed that. Explain to our audience the methods behind the musical madness there.
A lot of it for us, when I first met Robert, we were listening to a lot of vinyl together. So bands like Wishbone Ash and Captain Beyond, some other ones too, that really inspired us to want to make something more unique with the music we were writing. So I joined the band about a year ago, and they've, incubated then for probably over a year and a half or something they were together. So I don't know. We just want to make something unique, I guess, and I don't know. It takes 30 years of music to kind of blend it together into something new.
Ben, you want to add anything to that at all, or?
Yeah, I mean, like David said, we're all kind of vinyl freaks, and grew up with our, obviously our parents listening to vinyl. If you don't think we're old enough or whatever, but us having vinyl collections ourselves as well, and just being musicians, you get into the history of music. So obviously, like specifically 1972, numerous awesome albums were released. So that year in particular, you just have a lot of really great albums coming from that were inspirational to us. And then as well, great influences from the early 90s. So just as a band and as people, and having those as our influences just kind of naturally makes us combine those together.
And D, speaking of vinyl, I mean, it's nice to see that vinyl is kind of making a comeback. And what made Skyroll Fly to say, hey, we're going to do some vinyl here,
Robert was the big proponent of it, I guess. I actually have never owned a record myself. So, just putting something out on quote unquote an ancient technology is something else for me. I was brought up in the digital age, and a recording engineer. We work with Pro Tools on a daily basis, and we do. So it's cool to be part of some vinyl action.
So these guys all have the vinyl interest. You didn't. So now you've done that, and now you have a copy in your hand to be able to listen to.
but I can't listen to it because I don't have a record player.
Oh.
I mean, I can listen to it at the practice space.
Okay, so have you?
Yeah. We
So
listened to it with
what
Tim
do
when
what
it
do you
first-
notice as a big difference between listening to a digital copy versus listening to it on
You know, it's
on a record player?
it's hard to say because we remixed the song that we released on the Vinyl Train Magnet. We re-released it on our album and remixed it and fully in the digital realm. So it's hard to say the differences because there's it's a different mix all on its own. So
Gotcha.
but it's still exciting to have something on vinyl.
Yeah.
I never imagined that I would ever be in a band that would release something on a record. So
Yeah.
it's pretty sweet.
Skyroll Fly has been working on some new material. The CD we have here just came out back in September. So I guess tell us a little bit. First of all, how's the current CD doing? And tell us a little about the new material you guys are writing. Robert, go ahead, man.
Sure. The CD's doing well. We've been selling it locally and on a tour that we completed in September. Our big goal right now is getting some money together to be able to send it out to places, shows like this, other types of press, whatever is going to get the music across to people outside of our region is kind of the goal with the CD. I was just out of town for a month, and the rest of the guys have been writing some stuff that I've added to. I've started and almost finished a song today. We're definitely in this mode to write new stuff because the album that we created that you're talking about took us the better part of 9 months to complete. So whenever we were meeting up, that was kind of the focus, and new material didn't happen during that time for the most part. So we're just at a natural point to be ready to creating the next wave of stuff.
The current CD, is that a self-titled CD, or do you have a
Nope, the title is Pure Danger.
Pure Danger? All right. Let's hear a track off that CD right now. We already heard one. We heard Shredder, Kicks Ass. And the name, I love it when songs take after the song takes after their name. And that one definitely did. This one is awesome. This is Coyote, Skyroll Fly in the Bastard on Max Inc. Radio.